Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. We are from Blue Cheese Group, and we have a topic about the dynamo thermal metamorphism or regional metamorphism. And now I will explain it about the first slide about the definition of dynamo thermal metamorphism. So what is a dynamo thermal metamorphism? Now I'll explain about the first definition about the metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks started out as a sum of the type of rock, but have been substantially changed from their original igneous, sedimentary, or earlier metamorphic form. Metamorphic rocks from when rocks are subjected to high heat and also high pressure and then hot mineral rich fluids or more commonly. In this condition like this, they are formed deep within the earth or where tectonic plates meet. So what is a definition about the regional metamorphism? So rocks that from closer to the margin of the tectonic plates where the heat and the pressure are greatest often differ in their minerals and texture from those that from farther away. And also they also compare contact metamorphism.
Hello, my name is Farah Ayuni binti Syadani, and now I will explain how does dynamothermal metamorphism or regional metamorphism occur. So, regional metamorphism. It includes metamorphic process that occurs over a large region, therefore makes it the most widespread and common type of metamorphism. The rock is squeezed under direct pressure and heat during metamorphism. As you can see in the top right figure, there are a crack in between the two plates. Force of perpendicular axis let the squeeze the two plates and produce extreme pressure, which results it to deform and change in texture. As the pressure and heat increase, new minerals or rocks are most likely formed. As the bottom figure depicts, from the top is shell and form into slates from intense and pressure and heat. From there, form phyllite, schist, and same goes for the gneiss. That is all from me. Thank you for listening. Now let's move on to the next slide.
Okay, for the why does it occur? Okay, first my point is the effect of heat and pressure together. So when the heat temperature increase, the rate metamorphism increase, and if the pressure is also increased, the degree of metamorphism also increase. So these two are related. Secondly, the presence of fluid. The fluid affect the porosity and the permeability of the rocks during metamorphism, and the formation of foliation. Foliation is the process of elongation perpendicular to the direction of the stress. So like it's a 90-degree difference. If you are 180, then the elongation will be 90 degree.
Okay, so now I will explain when does this dynamothermal metamorphism occur. There are three main happenings for it, which is when two continental masses collide with one another, when rocks are buried deep in the crust. This is commonly associated with convergent plate boundaries and the formation of mountain ranges. So because the burial is 10 to 20 kilometers, the area affected tend to be large. The last one is it happens when pre-existing rocks are hit by the combined actions of heat, burial pressure, differential stress, strain, and fluids. And now moving on to the next slide, my friend will continue.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So, for the last part, I'll explain where does dynamothermal metamorphism occur. Some examples of places where this process occur are at oceanic spreading ranges, subduction zones, and also volcanic mountain range. So firstly, at the oceanic spreading ranges, the recently formed oceanic crust slowly move away from the plate. Then water within the crust is forced to rise in the area close to the source of volcanic heat. This draws more water in from further out, which eventually creates a convective system where cold seawater is drawn into the crust and then out again onto the seafloor near the ridge. The passage of this water through the oceanic crust promotes the metamorphic reactions. Next, at the subduction zones, oceanic crust is forced down into the hot mantle, but because the oceanic crust is now relatively cool, especially along its seafloor upper surface, it does not heat up quickly. The subducting rock remains several hundreds of degrees cooler than the surrounding mantle. This is where regional metamorphism takes place under these very high pressure but relatively low temperature conditions. And lastly, this process often occurs within the volcanic mountain range. Because of the extra heat associated with the volcanism, the geothermal gradient is typically a little steeper in these settings. As a result, higher grades of metamorphism can take place closer to the surface compared to other areas. Well, that is all from our group. Thank you for lending us your ears. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.